Hey guys! So, the next two episodes are gonna be a little bit different because you are meeting an entirely new Pexy. A Pexy that no one has ever met before. Hi, I'm editing Pexy. Yeah, so a fun story about the next two episodes. I didn't record any like voice commentary for it. And you're gonna see why in a bit. So yeah, first time recording some commentary afterwards. I hope this turns out okay. Like, I figured it would be just way too awkward to have two entire episodes without any commentary at all. What's up with the hack? Ooh. Yeah, that I must have hit the wrong button. And we did. So yeah, basically what I wanted to do is, since the fight against Soul and Wind is so tough, mainly because of the damage they deal. Is that I figured this is probably gonna take me a really long time to beat those two, so I don't want to make like 5 episodes that are like just this boss fight, or I don't know what, or basically I thought, like I did with some other very few, but there were a few notable bosses that were really hard, where I was like, okay, let me record a couple attempts off stream until I have at least some practice gotten in, that it's a decent enough chance that I get a successful one in a reasonable time. Yeah, this was just tremendous training. That is a really good attack to get a few hits in. And so many of these attacks, these bastards despawn before I can get some hits in them. Just have to nail the dodge. Nice dodge. Unnecessary. I mean, at least the ground only does 1 damage. That dodge was way too early. Yeah, I remember thinking, damn it, I forgot to notice. Like, I either didn't notice or I forgot that sword that's it's stuck in the ground would be swung and would hit me, and that I have to dodge that. I feel like I died to that attack so many times. To that specific one. Girl, what are you doing? Yeah, that was that was one of the worst attempts. But hey, it's practice. It was supposed to be a practice. Mainly I just wanted to get a grip on reading their attacks, because I remember getting out of that previous recording session thinking I have such a hard time just reading their attacks, especially once we had hit the second phase and there's less flooring and they teleport around like crazy, and I'm never sure. I think it's really hard to tell just when they stop teleporting around and actually attacking. The amount of times I went for a hit but didn't hit them because they already moved away. Yeah, this fight just occurred to me that this fight feels really blink and you miss it. Like if you blink in the wrong moment, you miss that you're getting hit, or you forget about it. Like it's over so fast. It honestly makes me wonder what the lore is, or if there's lore, or what the thought process was behind that design decision to make Soul and Vent like that. That they can do this much damage. Is it because they are embedders? Is that just part of their duty that they are extremely destructive? What is this, swords? Or is it just... Miss dodge, of course. See, when I do that... when they do this attack, when they go up into the sky and then smash the swords down, if you do it so in a way that their bodies are in the center, you don't even need to dodge. But yeah, it has me really wondering what the thought process was on that design. I mean, it's interesting. It's hella interesting to have a boss that just kills you in 2 hits, when it's like the first hit just destroys all your regular protection, and then the second one gets all your, like, basically all the parts of my protective shell that are already damaged by the tremors that just function as 1 health, basically. And it's interesting how little it bothered me. I mean, it's a hard boss, not of course, but Well, also I was like, okay, I'm up for the challenge. I mean, I think like the fair trade-off is that they don't have a whole lot of health, and I think I never voiced that thought before, but that would be like the fairest trade-off. And I feel like in comparison to some other bosses, they feel like they don't have a massive amount of health. Yeah, that was just 2 or 3 hits and a decent amount of damage. Ay. I told them to try and maybe not use the hair pit. Yep, trying to figure out. Oh. Oh, that's my favorite attack when I just stand there instead of do nothing. And too early. It's almost funny how dodging is something that I can just never get right. I guess that's an exaggeration, obviously, because there are plenty of moments where I dodge successfully, but you know what I mean. So in a way, it's funny how much I struggle with it and how inconsistent I am with it. That is really just something in games. Always breaks my neck. Alright, you two. For the next round. Careful with the sword. See, there's a successful dodge. Pretty good. Full health, phase 2. Good attack to start off. And even the use of a hairpin, we haven't seen that in a while. Oh, the time just going pretty good so far. Oh, careful. Ooh. Ooh, got it on the way up. Oh yeah, I love this attack. Relatively, like where they come down from the ceiling with the swords, it's relatively easy for me to dodge. And I'm hitting phase 3 the first time. And it gets me by surprise. Oh, this is a good one, this is a good one. No! Best attempt yet, best attempt by far. Reaching phase 3 and staying hitless for a really long time there. see how this one goes. Oh, good one to start. Not so good. Attack is also a favorite of mine if I don't fall into the floor. Oh, that's just so common for me. I don't know about other people, but it's so common for me that I said it before, especially in this playthrough, that you go into a boss fight, the first attempt is many times the best one you have in a while. Like either the first one is just really bad because it catches you really off guard, or the first attempt is surprisingly good just because you're so careful. And I've even heard, I believe it was even someone who made a whole video essay about it, about boss attempts, that the first one is usually the best, or one of the best, because you go in, you see that you're entering a boss arena, but you don't know what the boss is, you don't know what their attacks, so you take it really carefully and slowly. And it lasts surprisingly long, a lot of times. And then you go back, a little overconfident maybe, get your ass handed to you. And then there's one attempt, especially with me, that's like really good. And then there's another 20 like really bad ones. Usually, like more often than not. Oh, that one. Super convenient combo. Ooh. I was lucky they didn't take damage there. Ooh, rare hairpin use. I don't want to use the hairpin so much more than I did in the end. Oh, no. The desperate scream from past Pexy came back. No. Darn it, that was close. That was so close, it was like one more hit. Getting one more hit in there and I would have had it. But yeah, that is so often the pattern. That the first boss attempt, it goes really well, then you have a bunch of bad ones, then one relatively good one, a pretty good one. And then I usually follow them up with a bunch of bad ones. But that was a surprisingly good one. To follow up so soon after another really good one. Or at least another really close one. Even though if you won't call it good, but it was really close to defeating the boss. So in that sense, it was good. We were almost successful. Starting off with a sword throw. Another one. That really was my weakness. I also just ran into that. I should have just stayed away from it. But then again, you can only avoid so much. Like, you have to get into the thick of it if you want to defeat them. like Soul and Wind is really a boss combo where I'm like, yeah, I want to keep my distance and want to stay far away from you bastards, but it's like you can't. Since Mio doesn't really have a range, I mean the hairpin in a sense is a ranged attack, but it's like you attack from, like you use it from a distance, but then you catapult yourself directly into the vicinity of your enemy. Or it's not like you have a ranged attack like a gun or a bow or something that you have in many other games. So it's really all close combat, which also is not my specialty. Sword, just tell us their way. Okay, I could have recognized that sooner than just this pattern. Or this attack, not this. I don't know. It's not even an attack. Oh, missing that dodge. It's a really easy one. And, okay, you're not even getting with me. Only hitting monster. Slap in the face. Try using the happen a couple times and they're waiting time. And I to the ground. Ironically, this elevator ride was a really annoying run back. Or made this run back honestly a little annoying. Because, you know, it's passive. There's nothing, like, you do nothing. You just wait until the elevator's up. There's something you can do to make it faster. It's funny that doesn't feel relaxing. To give you a breather away and not have to do anything for the fight. No, it's just annoyed me. Alright, getting a little bit damage there. Dodge it? Yes. Well done. Oh. I was just about to say nice hairpin you. And then I got smashed. So I guess not so nice hairpin use after all. But yeah, that elevator ride, it just... I don't... It had me feel really... I didn't like the feeling of just sitting there idly, even if it's just for, I don't know, 10-15 seconds. And not being able to do anything. Like, not even... It doesn't even... Not even a sense of moving. Or like jumping. Just sit there and try to mentally prepare for the fight. Which is probably the intention, but... I don't know, I didn't like it. also like it wasn't absolutely the worst. Okay, let's see if this is good. Attack. Oh, yeah, you get that. Get out of the way. I mean, the best thing about this fight is that the two have a shared health bar. That's always something when you have multiple enemies in a boss fight. Do they have a shared health bar? Do they have two separate health bars? That makes a world of a difference. I mean, as annoying as the elevator ride is, I don't say annoying, it's just, again, this, just being totally impassive is... I don't know, feels weird. This forced impassiveness. And getting a view with Metropolis is amazing. Like, the art direction in MIO is fantastic. Oh, the bunny hits. Nice. Careful with the sword, careful with the sword. Careful. Oh, careful with the sword. Ooh. Dodge, good dodge. Favorites. And second phase. Ah, successful hairpin. Look at that. I love that combo. When they do the dash and afterwards the one where they twirl the... That I dodge that is surprising me to this day. There we go. And phase 3. Dodge. That's where that combination of the dodge and the sword twirl is... And another. And that final hairpin use is amazing. And it took me longer than I wanted to realize that that was actually hitless. And here I stand, stunned that I just defeated this boss. So the last time better. Fine, go. Go see for yourself. Go see the failure that disgraces us all. Go and learn that sometimes the truth does not yield answers. I feel incredibly sorry defeating them afterwards. And especially the music, the vocal work makes me feel that. And also, of course, Soul sitting there and holding Vin in their arms. Black Widow. Modifier. Effect damage inflicted on enemies temporarily increases while using the Striders. Honestly, no, like, especially for 20 slots. Not something I was totally hyped about, or am hyped about. Some conveniently placed junk pile. Conveniently placed why, you ask? Well, I mean, it's on the ceiling. And it gives you motivation to crawl up there. And hopefully find this. No idea what that's supposed to be still. And we have a broken pearl. And the human reaching out of it. Like that is, if you haven't like completely figured out that humans were embedded in the pearls and or like embedded as the voices, then that is like your final confirmation. Lura's Seal. Grant special access to the tuning chamber in Metropolis. Cast away your old shell. Forget your material desires. Cut all ties with your past. You are a traveler no more, for you now give your voice to the vessel. Oh Lord, I've been searching for Lura's Seal for so long. I feel like for 20 hours at least, and finding it here now. Also, I'm very much convinced that this is Lura. Like, this human here is Lura. Yeah, for me, that the text on the seal very much confirms it, and that's what it's supposed to say. And Lura was meant to be embedded as voice, but for some reason that failed. Looking around, flash memory. Piece of data recovered from a dead unit. Embedding duty. Embedding status pending. New instruction set received. The process must not be disturbed. The process must not be interrupted. The process must be protected at all costs until completion. No visitors are authorized inside the facility for the duration of the event. All intruders will be eliminated. Yeah. I'm not entirely sure what that means. Going back to lower seal. Check for additional text. Like, I wonder if that's supposed to be a hint on why the Lura's embedding ceremony failed, like if there were intruders. Like if there was some sort of disturbance to the ceremony, or if there was in fact another reason the embedding went wrong or didn't succeed. And oh right. I marked an item down at the other side of the embedding chamber, at the other elevator that we used to go up. I was wondering how to get there. Pretty much was debating. Yeah. Pretty much the only choice is to climb out that window again and climb around that pillar that goes down from the top that I've already done before. But interestingly, I didn't find it or reach it. But that's only reachable if the elevator that I just came down from is up. So I basically have to take the elevator up, go all the way around, and then come back here and climb upstairs. Like climb up there, up the elevator shaft, and out the window. Right. I was just debating going around on is there a faster way to doing this, to reaching this, another way of reaching this broken window. But no, there isn't. I mean, I checked the ice here, but yeah. Which is super unfortunate, of course, because I just unlocked this elevator and now it's blocking my path. Cruel irony. So round and round we go. Can go out there. That one was also broken, but not for us to access. Oh, those vocals are beautiful. Can I listen to you again? No? Nothing? Just that? Oh yeah, that's what do I try climbing up there? Okay. Guess not. Probably debated it. Okay, but the good thing is we have the OC, so at least can use the pathways to make it a little faster. Not here, here at City Hall. And around here. So yeah, just want to go here. And I basically made this jump once before. It didn't get me anywhere special, so okay. Tree, okay, there's something here. Look at that. Some crystallized nickel. Ooh, okay. Oh, ice, careful. Ah, curio. The last one, I believe. Ancient artifact. Found on the grave of a traveler named Lucy. This inert item lacks any form of input and appears devoid of any function. Ah, a flute by Lucy. On the grave of a traveler. Interesting that that's her grave. I thought this just looks like a crashed train or something. Also devoid of any function. It looks like a flute, if I'm not completely mistaken. But it's hilarious what the machines, like how they interpret human objects. And the flute is especially funny because robots don't breathe. So the concept of pushing air through something to create a sound must be something really foreign to them. Alright, saved. Where will I go next? Little exploration in Metroidvania. Oh, right. We have Laura Seal, of course. Going down to the room that was locked when we needed the seal to open it. That was with the... yeah, over there. Our good friend with the candles. What happened to the last voice? I always wondered. And now I can open the door. Oh, the beautiful vocals again. Pristine curio. Oh, that's the last curio, right? Handcrafted note of the uttermost elegance. Scroll. I guess that was Lura's chambers. I'm guessing. Even though if they aren't called that. Bunch of letters. Almost looks a little like someone delivered mail after they were gone. Oh yeah, Black Widow. I was looking for the new modifier we got. And that's right, I think... yeah, I was thinking about using it because I had so much Nacre and was wondering how useful that would be, especially in boss fights. Like how much damage boost that would give. Since I have so much Nacre left over, and if I stop losing it or stop crystallizing it, I mean, I wasn't sure if the crystallized Nacre would count. But yeah, I was debating using and combining the Black Widow with the other modifier that makes you not lose your Nacre upon death. And try to put it on and farm Nacre for a bit while I explore the world. And yeah, there's still that place in Haven that I wanted to explore. Because it really looks like there were, like it would be Like it would be a secret, like it would be a breakable wall or something. Yeah, that's what we saw upstairs. The embedding chamber. And an embedder. Alright, switching some modifiers around. That Black Widow, let's go, let's try it out. And gratitude for exploration. And the analyzer is always nice. Question is if I have space for it. Any titles put down. This as well, sure. Okay, why did I try and use the strider? I'm not sure what I attempted to do there. In retrospect, I have to say. Oh, was I maybe testing out? Oh, maybe I was testing out the energy shard thing. Because when I opened the door to the gloom water reservoir, somewhere in the process of going through there, I remembered that I had a modifier that said something about energy when taking damage, and I thought it was a modifier that lets me create an energy shard when I take damage. And so I was like, oh, then if that works, then I can use that in that room in Metropolis. Where I had to crawl past the wind turbines. That's why I was also running into the red stuff, because I wanted to try it out if it works. It doesn't, but I still go and try and check out the room and see if I can do anything there. It's supposed to go down there. To go a little further down. Uh-oh. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Struggling. We're struggling a little getting past the wind, but there we go. Okay, so the idea was to take damage and place an energy shard that I can use to hairpin on. But that ain't working. And yeah, here you try using this strider on the wall. It doesn't latch on, of course. And you can also not double jump it or still a mystery after all, how you're supposed to get up there and get that item. Just checking the map if maybe there's another entrance that's farther upstairs that I've been missing. That's of course always a possibility. And you can't reach the flowers either and use them before they happen. Well, you know, wanted to try everything that I could think of. Getting a little bit picked up by the wind. That's not that much. Just wanted to get picked up a little bit by the wind, so I could then float or double jump to the wall and use the striders. Maybe take my way there. I hope it's understandable. So I wanted to get picked up by the wind, but not in a way that I'm completely transported upstairs, but like to the top. But only like a little bit, so I can then leave the airflow and jump to the other side of the wall and use the striders on the wall to crawl through the door and then inside and maybe jump to the flower. Just not working. So there's nothing here I've missed. No. No opening on the floor and the wall. But the ice is really fun to move on. Checking the ceiling. Maybe the first time I missed something in the ceiling. Right. All right. And we're back. So I'm mostly debating on what I'm supposed to do here. Map's pretty much filled out, which I'm really happy about. I found a lot more stuff. But yeah, the only things I have left are basically getting that last elevator, that one place in the Haven, and I think I have a candle. Yeah, I have a candle. So I'm going to go back to Nexus, and that's what we'll continue next time.